Before the grays, there were the tall whites. The astonishing 1896 encounter that sounds like a modern alien abduction. Long before Roswell, long before flying saucers dominated the headlines, long before anyone had ever heard the words gray alien, an extraordinary story emerged from the back roads of California. It was a story so strange, so detailed, and so remarkably similar to modern alien encounter reports that it continues to fascinate UFO researchers more than a century later. The year was 1896. Electricity was still a novelty in many American towns. Automobiles were almost non-existent. Airplanes had not yet been invented. The Wright brothers would not fly for another 7 years. Yet one respected Civil War veteran claimed to have encountered beings unlike anything on Earth. Beings nearly 7 feet tall, hairless, almost weightless, communicating through bird-like chirps, and waiting beside an enormous silent airship. Could this be one of the earliest recorded encounters with what many researchers today call the tall whites? Or was it simply one of the greatest mysteries of the famous Mystery Airship Wave? Tonight, on Space, the final frontier above and beyond an open-minded channel, we travel back to a forgotten chapter in UFO history. The late 19th century was a time of extraordinary change. The Industrial Revolution was transforming America. Telegraphs connected cities. Electric lights were beginning to replace gas lamps. Inventors promised that the impossible would soon become reality. Then, beginning in November of 1896, people across California started reporting something no inventor could explain: mysterious airships. Thousands claimed to see cigar-shaped craft crossing the night sky. Some carried brilliant searchlights. Others moved silently against the wind. Many witnesses insisted these strange machines could stop instantly, hover motionless, and accelerate at impossible speeds. Newspapers across the country eagerly printed the reports. Today, historians call it the Mystery Airship Wave of 1896 to 1897. Most sightings involved only unusual lights in the sky. But one encounter would become something entirely different. Enter Colonel Henry Glenville Shaw. Among those caught up in the mystery was Colonel Henry Glenville Shaw. Unlike many anonymous witnesses of the era, Shaw was a respected Civil War veteran, newspaper editor, public official, and well-known member of his community. Shaw reported that on the evening of November 25, 1896, he and his young companion, Camille Spooner, were traveling by horse and buggy near Lodi, California. They had spent the day collecting citrus exhibits for an upcoming fair and were making the journey home after dark. The countryside was quiet. Only the sound of the wagon wheels and the steady rhythm of the horses echoed through the night. Then, without warning, their horse came to an abrupt stop. It refused to move another step. The animal snorted nervously. Its ears pinned back. It trembled with fear. Something was standing in the road ahead. As Shaw peered into the darkness, he saw 3 figures unlike anything he had ever imagined. They were astonishingly tall, nearly 7 feet in height. Their bodies were extremely slender. Their heads were completely hairless. Their skin was pale and smooth. Their arms are unusually long. Their eyes were large and dark. Their faces appeared strangely expressionless. According to Shaw, they wore no recognizable clothing. Instead, their bodies appeared covered in a silky, velvety substance unlike skin, fur, or feathers. It shimmered softly in the moonlight. When Shaw cautiously approached one of the figures, something even stranger happened. He reached out and touched its arm. The being did not attack. It did not retreat. Instead, Shaw claimed he was able to lift the creature's arm with almost no effort. It felt incredibly light, almost as if it possessed far less weight than its size should have allowed. Shaw tried speaking English. The beings appeared confused. Then they answered. Not with words, not with recognizable language. Instead, they communicated through a series of soft chirping, trilling, and warbling sounds, almost exactly like birds. The sounds rose and fell in rapid musical patterns. The beings appeared to understand one another perfectly, but spoke not a single human word. This detail has become especially intriguing to modern UFO researchers. For decades, numerous people claiming encounters with so-called tall white extraterrestrials have described hearing remarkably similar vocalizations. Rather than speaking aloud like humans, these alleged beings are often reported to communicate through high-pitched chirps, clicks, whistles, and melodic tones. Some witnesses have compared the sounds to songbirds, dolphins, or electronic whistles, while others claim the vocalizations accompany telepathic communication. Although these modern accounts remain unverified, the similarity is striking. Separated by more than a century, the descriptions echo one another in unexpected ways. Was Colonel Shaw describing the same type of beings that later witnesses would report? Or is it simply a remarkable coincidence? No one knows. The encounter soon became even stranger. According to Shaw's account, the beings gently attempted to lead both men toward a nearby object. Some researchers believe this may represent one of the earliest published accounts of an attempted alien abduction. The creatures seemed determined to bring Shaw aboard, yet despite their height, they appeared surprisingly weak. Unable to force the men to accompany them, they eventually abandoned the effort. Without displaying anger or frustration, they simply turned and walked away. One can speculate, what if they were attempting to invite the humans into their airship, unable to convey their wishes? Since Shaw was unable to communicate with them, they resided and they simply let him go. Following the mysterious figures, Shaw arrived at the edge of a nearby canal. Hovering only a short distance above the water was an enormous cigar-shaped craft. It stretched an estimated 150 feet in length. Its metallic surface reflected the moonlight. There were no wings, no propellers, no smokestacks, no visible engines, no sound. The object hovered effortlessly in complete silence. Shaw watched as the three beings made graceful leaps upward into an opening along its side. Moments later, the hatch closed. Curious, Shaw picked up a rock and threw it against the strange craft. He expected the sharp ring of metal. Instead, nothing. No clang, no echo, no sound at all. Then the object slowly began to move. According to Shaw, its surface appeared to expand and contract in an almost organic motion before accelerating rapidly into the night sky and disappearing from view. Did Shaw make this entire story up about aliens and spaceships just to sell newspapers? If so, then flash forward more than 130 years into the future. How is it possible that Shaw's extraordinary story, his reports of tall white beings that chirp like birds, continue to appear in modern UFO literature? Today's descriptions vary from witness to witness. However, recurring themes include exceptionally tall humanoids, pale complexions, slender bodies, unusual eyes, bird-like vocalizations, telepathic communication, and advanced technology. Some researchers believe these modern versions of the tall whites may point to a genuine but unexplained phenomenon. Skeptics, meanwhile, note that Shaw's account of the Mystery Airship was nothing more than a sensational newspaper story. Okay, maybe. However, we were not there, and we can't ask Colonel Shaw about his UFO incident, making it difficult to determine where factual reporting ended and imaginative storytelling began. And of course, no physical evidence has ever been found. No photographs exist, no artifacts remain. Only one remarkable story, told by a respected witness, long before flying saucers entered popular culture. Final thoughts. Whether Colonel Henry Glenville Shaw encountered visitors from another world, witnessed an elaborate hoax, or unknowingly helped create one of the earliest alien legends, his account remains one of the most unusual stories in UFO history, because hidden within an 1896 newspaper report are details that sound surprisingly modern. Towering pale beings, bird-like communication, a silent craft, an attempted abduction, and technology beyond human understanding. Coincidence, folklore, or evidence that whatever people report seeing today may have been visiting humanity long before the modern UFO era ever began. Sometimes, the oldest mysteries are also the most extraordinary. Thank you for watching Space, the final frontier above and beyond. Our channel is dedicated to exploring the mysteries of our universe with an open mind. We strive to present each story as accurately as possible based on the information and sources available. From time to time, you may notice the occasional pronunciation or grammatical mistake. We're only human, and despite our best efforts, they can happen. What matters most to us is sharing these incredible stories with honesty, curiosity, and respect for the facts, while encouraging you to think for yourself. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next time we journey into the unknown. Because the truth may be closer than we think. Until next time, keep looking up, keep asking questions, and we'll see you in the beyond.